If you have a 4K Panasonic Micro Four Thirds camera and you want to get some extra focal length, apart from buying a new lens, you basically have three options. First, you can record in 4K and crop to 1080p in post. This gives you the most flexibility as you can choose which parts of the 4K image appear in your video and zoom or pan within the 4K frame. Second, you can record in 4K using digital zoom, which enlarges the center portion of the image electronically inside the camera. Or finally, you can record in 1080p with Ex-Tele enabled, which gives you a crop from the center of the image sensor with theoretically no reduction in image quality other than the reduction in resolution. There's been some debate over which of these three options gives you the best image quality, so I'm going to be comparing video shot with these three methods side by side. First, here's the original full 4K image, shot on the G80 using the X-Vario PZ 45-175mm lens at the full 175mm focal length, giving an equivalent of 350mm in 35mm terms. Next, here's a 200% crop of the 4K image, giving you 1080p with a 700mm equivalent focal length. Because we're only seeing a quarter of what was originally recorded, the original 4K bitrate of 100 megabits per second is therefore reduced to an effective 25 megabits per second. Next, here's the same scene shot in 4K with the 2x digital zoom enabled. This also effectively doubled your focal length, but it retains the 100 megabits per second bitrate of the original 4K footage. Finally, this footage was shot in 1080p with the Ex-Tele option. This gives you a crop of the center of the image sensor and a maximum bitrate of 20 megabits per second. You can also immediately see that this gives you a narrower field of view than the other two options. Seen separately, all three look very similar, so let's have a look at them side by side. When looking at the images next to each other, the 1080p Ex-Tele footage, apart from the narrower field of view, definitely also seems softer than the other two clips. The 4K cropped to 1080p and the 4K with 2x digital zoom are a lot closer to each other, but between the two I'd have to say that the digitally zoomed image appears to have the best quality, probably due to the higher bitrate. Normally, people are advised to avoid digital zoom like the plague due to the deterioration in image quality, but in this particular case it looks like it's the best of the three available options. To end with, here's a grab from each of the three clips side by side and zoomed in 800%. At this size, it's very easy to see that the 4K with digital zoom is the best in terms of image quality and detail.